discussion. I'd like to start with you, Paris. Why should organizations invest in adopting coaching as a leadership culture, and why now? Or put differently, why is a coaching culture becoming more and more a necessity for leadership effectiveness globally?
So thank you. Am I audible, Michael? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. So thanks earlier for asking what's my age. My biological age is and chronological age is 38, and maybe spiritual age is a little more. I feel that sometimes. Okay, so thank you and namaste. So first of all, thank you to GCI for the wonderful space that you've created, and many, many congratulations to all the graduates. Eileen, for the passion that you created. That's such a wonderful tool for the corporates, and I've been happy and very inspired by these narratives and stories that I've been hearing since afternoon. So to bring the question about why coaching as a culture in an organization, or why leadership requires a coaching culture, I feel today leaders are reflecting and challenging themselves with one important question, that is, do I want to be a big fish in a small pond or a growing fish in a big ocean? And many of the leaders are overwhelmed with the thought that, how can I practice myself in this infinite ocean where the leadership style is not fixed, where the environmental conditions are varying? There are different people with diverse perspectives, and there's a huge gap of different generations working together and working with different genders, different teams, managing different teams dynamics, and of course the competition. So for me, I think coaching is like an attitude for me. It's like a climate. It's something that makes me feel so inclusive, so much together. And coaching is empowering. It's building strength. It's partnering with people. And most importantly, is respecting people the way they are. So it carries a lot of value as a whole. And it helps leaders to expand their frame of reference. And also, one can be more comfortable in their own skin when they are working with their employees or teams, and also acknowledging and accepting change. So I feel today leadership is moving from transactional to transformation, and coaching culture empowers the leaders. For me, it is more, coaching culture is more like building trust and helps to create a safe space to be, a safe space of choice and a psychological safety. So it focuses a lot more on inclusion and acceptance. So why coaching culture? Because I did a project some years ago, which was on team coaching and individual coaching for an organization for a 15 months project. And when we started the whole project, working with the top leaders in the organization, within the span of 4 months, the head of the organization happened to call us. What happened? What was this magic all about? The people acting differently, and it has never been like that for the last 15 years in a manufacturing setup. And I said, okay, that's coaching, and I think that's helping, and let's look what we could do differently. So it did not even change the perspective for the leader to play the role in their current work, but it transformed the person's thinking process. So what Rennie brought about was coaching is a mindset. And I feel that mindset, when it shifts, a transformation begins. So operationally, it did help to reduce the absenteeism, and attrition level was reduced, and there was high level of employee satisfaction, less conflict, and there was a great communication setup between the teams of how do they communicate with each other during different meetings. And we saw the trend after 2 years, particularly the Great Place to Work scores also shifted a lot higher. So I feel that coaching is like an attitude, it's like a climate, and bringing that in an organization is going to transform a lot more. And why now, when I look back to this question, is leaders are going to feel a lot of pressure from three different groups. The one group that I look at is the stakeholders. The group I look at it is clients or customers, and one is their own internal team. So how do we manage these expectations, or how do we communicate? How do we behave with these expectations? And I think coaching culture can invite compassion, accountability, and empowerment to balance the needs of different groups. So I think it's not about coaching as a want anymore or a dream anymore in an organization. It has become a need. So as long as we recognize that and empower people, life is going to be transformation for everyone. So I feel organizations are going to grow and flourish having a coaching culture. So that's something from my end. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Paris. And we'll stick to those thoughts that you've given and come back to it as I ask Benita then,